Okay, so I'm working in a public library and a user has come up to me and described a problem that they're having with the self-service checkout. There's an error message. It's not processing their card or the book, so it's just not working. Firstly, we need to identify the problem and gather information about it. A good way to start is to ask the patron what they were doing at the time and getting them to show you. So actually going over to the machine and getting them to undertake what they were doing, seeing whether the problem was there when they approached the machine or whether it popped up when they tried to scan, at what juncture this message actually presented itself, whether or not the machine's frozen, or whether it has the functionality to get out of that error message and try again or try to use other functions of the machine. In going over there to the machine with the patron, obviously you're going to identify it, the location and specifically which machine it is. At that point, it's a good idea also to just have a quick check around and see if the other self-service machines, if they do exist, are working. In terms of gathering more information about the problem, the type of machine, the brand, the model, all the details you can find out about it will be helpful. Also, most libraries will have a system of identifying all the hardware in the library. So each computer, each printer, each machine like this should have a sticker, hopefully, that will immediately identify the machine, and so anyone else who has to deal with it can immediately go to it and not have to worry about trying to arbitrarily identify it. The specifics of the user message, good information to note down as well, in particular if it has an error code. It'd be very easy if it has a code to reference that against any sort of troubleshooting guides, user manuals, what have you. Having a look into the user's account as well to see if there's something that might be relating to their account that's stopping them use the machine, whether that be if it's been suspended, whether it's active, if there's overdue fines that might be impeding the process, something like that. In terms of recording all this information, you want to just get it down, basically, to start with. So pen and paper is good. If you're set up with an iPad, another good place to note it down. You're just wanting to get it all down on paper, so it's not just in your head. So you can put that, compile that into the maintenance report and the sort of already database of error logs and so on. Looking for further information in order to fix the problem. Looking into maintenance logs, error databases of things that have gone wrong, you may find that this is a recurrent problem that has an easy fix. Perhaps it might have been working perfectly fine forever, and this is a first-time occurrence. There may be sort of basic troubleshooting guides for staff with some of the systems available in the library, which might help you. There should be hopefully a user manual filed somewhere in the library for all the machines, so you might be able to dig that out. That should help you. Searching online is a good place to start as well with any sort of IT problem. Many IT problems, almost all IT problems, happen a lot to a lot of different people, so there may be an easy fix online somewhere that fellow users can help you out with. Colleagues are also a very, very good place to go to try and fix the problem, get more information. If it's a recurrent problem or something that's happened before, they might be able to fix it. They might have more IT experience than you. They're an excellent resource to draw on. You should always ask them. In terms of fixing this problem, whether or not I could do it, probably not. My expertise is not expansive in the area. I can probably reset it. I might be able to jump in and see if I can update the software or something like that, but it's more than likely it'll have to be escalated to a third party. With a bit of luck, whether that's getting the IT department on the phone or perhaps calling the tech support line of the company that made the unit, they might be able to provide remote assistance and just guide me through how to fix it. Ideally, but it will, I think, have to be escalated to a third party. In terms of whether or not the problem needs to be fixed now, all maintenance issues in the library, they need to be sorted out as soon as possible, basically in a timely manner, but this particular problem is not the most urgent. Thankfully, there are other self-service machines available for clients to use, and I and the other staff members can also check things out manually for them at the circulation desk or anywhere, basically, that has that function. We do, however, need to identify the faulty machine as faulty, so putting a sign on it, out of order, on that sign also just a bit of direction as to where the other self-service machines are that they can use, or letting them know also they can come up to the desk and it can be done manually by a staff member. In terms of constraints to fix the machine, fix the problem, the most immediate would be my limited sort of knowledge of these machines and not having a great technical in-depth knowledge of them. The fact that the machine is down may also draw more heavily on staff resources. So if the library is very busy and there's a lot of people looking to check things out, having one self-service checkout is going to place more duress on the staff. So that's something to consider. Accessing the machine to perform the maintenance may also be an issue. So if there is login details that I'm not privy to, or indeed if it comes out that there's a physical remedy to the problem, the machine might need to be opened up, but that might be guarded by a lock and a key. So that is also another constraint. If the problem has to be taken care of by an external technician, then the constraints of time may be an issue there. So whether this occurs close to the end of business or the closing of the library and there's not the time for the technician to come, perhaps it's on a weekend when the technicians don't operate, something like that, they can also be constraints on getting the problem solved. In terms of looking after the customer and explaining what can be done to help them out and complete their activity, thankfully there are other self-service checkout machines, so you can direct them to them. You can also explain that they're very welcome to come up to the circulation desk and I'll happily check out for them or get another colleague to do that as well. Before I start the maintenance, tracking down the user manual would be very good. Tracking down any basic troubleshooting guides that might be on file at the library, or the information I might have gleaned from any online searches, if that's going to help. And also, if necessary, so yeah, login details or perhaps a key to open up the machine and have a look inside. In terms of following the process to complete the maintenance on the machine, I'll perform what I'm capable of and confident of. In this case, obviously, that's limited just to resetting or seeing if there's an update that can be applied to the software very easily. Next, I'll contact the IT department. I'll explain the issue and also include the maintenance report that I have filled out. I'll also log that maintenance report on the central database of IT errors so that it's available in two spots. I've directly contacted the IT department, but also anyone in the library can have a look at that maintenance report and the log of that issue. It can be referred to in the future should similar problems arise. So yeah, we've completed the maintenance report. With that maintenance report, as I said, it's been logged with the central database of IT errors and directly given to the IT department as well. In terms of delivering the maintenance report to the client, there's no real need in this case. If the machine's fixed immediately, you can verbally confirm to them that it's fixed. If they were a regular known client and had a particular interest in the outcome of the issue, you could certainly take their email and send them through, again, just a written confirmation that the machine is ready to go. And that should sort us out.